So I want to take a look at the current state of the Packers salary cap. We are now about 1 month away from the start of NFL free agency. And one thing that is crucial for the Packers is, do they have enough money? Do they have the funds to potentially be spenders in free agency? So I want to look at the current cap space, how much they could save with different kinds of moves. But if we take a look at Ken Ingalls, who covers the Packers salary cap on Twitter, and here it is where he says this: Green Bay Packers 2024 salary cap. This is posted on January 22nd. Signed 14 players to futures contracts, roster 59 out of 90. Currently $10.5 million over the cap right now. Effectively $29 million over to start the season. Only includes draft and exclusive rights free agents. No restructures, extensions, cuts, trades, additions. So when you factor in, the draftees, the draft picks that will come in the next few months, as well as the exclusive rights free agents, the Packers are, as he said, effectively $29 million over the current salary cap. I think the Packers are in a better situation than they were the past 2 seasons, especially when you consider the fact that Aaron Rodgers and his $40 million dead cap hit when the Packers traded him away to the Jets last season is no longer on the Packers cap. But there still are a lot of players who have some pretty big cap hits. If we look right here, and this is from Over the Cap, David Bakhtiari has the largest cap hit at about $40 million. The Packers will definitely have to fix something there. I would guess he gets released. Then we have Kenny Clark at $27.49 mil, Jair $23.9, Aaron Jones $17 mil, Preston Smith $16.5 mil, Sean Gary $15.9, Elton Jenkins $14.4, Devondre Campbell $14.2, Jordan Love $12.7, Darnell Savage Jr. $5.46. But the way that teams in the NFL are able to, get under the cap is by restructuring different contracts. And if we look here, the Packers can create a ton of space if they want to. This is also from Ken Ingalls, who says this: if the Packers cut Bakhtiari and Newman, post June 1 cut Devondre Campbell, and then max void restructure Clark, Gary, Alexander, Jones, Jenkins, and Smith, they create $79.7 million of effective 2024 cap space with $50.8 million to play with in free agency. They shouldn't do all of this, but can if needed. So the Packers, if they want, can create nearly $80 million in cap space, which would put them about $50 million under the cap. So you can see there, the Packers, if they want, they can be spenders in free agency. And as he said, they're not going to make all those moves, because if they do, that would mean you're pushing that contract money into future years, which just means that next season, the season after that, you'll have larger cap hits to deal with. But if they want to, they can. They've done it for years past, restructuring lots of different contracts. Odds are they restructure lots of guys in the next month or so. Maybe they're not going to be these max restructures, but they'll restructure parts of the contracts. And if we take a look at a quote from Brian Gutekunst in his press conference a week or so ago, he said this about free agency: I think we're getting to a little bit better spot than we have been in the past. It's never perfect, but I do feel that whatever opportunities are out there to improve our team in free agency, that we'll be able to do that, so I feel good about that. So it sounds like Gutekunst, if the Packers and him find someone they like, a guy who they think can come into Green Bay and be a key piece on this roster in 2024, sounds like they're not going to hesitate from making a move. It will come down to the caliber of player, how much they'll cost, and how much they decide to restructure lots of these other player contracts. But it does sound like they will be spenders in free agency. And then you also have to factor in any other free agents the Packers decide to bring back this next season. They'll have to pay them as well. They will also probably give Jordan Love a massive contract extension, which will bump his cap hit up just a little bit as well. So I'll keep you guys up to date with any kind of restructures that go down, how the cap is being affected by these kinds of moves, as well as free agency, all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned if you want more Packers content, and I'll see you guys next time.